Hi, everybody. Just hopped off of Coffee Chat and wanted to give you a little recap of the things that we covered for today. Let's get rid of the vote so that you can see our topics. So we learned a few new things about Mural. So just a couple of things if you didn't know this. First off is you can actually see, I'm going to highlight this, the history of changes to Mural. Go up to the top of your board. Next to the outline mode, you can see activity, and you can see any changes that were made to your board back to the beginning of the board. So if you reuse boards like me, this board has been going since April, and we just archive it every week. This is like seeing every single change. So this is a pretty cool feature, this activity feature. Also, wanted to let you know that participants can see the votes. So your votes, they look like they disappear if you use the voting feature, but they're actually still there. As a facilitator, I can go up and click show votes, or then I can click hide votes because then they cover up the topics. Or as a participant, you can do the same thing. So here's a screenshot of that. And you can, so you have the ability to see the votes. They are not gone. We spent a good amount of time talking about a tool called Padlet. So I'm going to show you that. Now, we were talking about clients who are allergic to Mural. Mural's not for everybody. It can be a very complex tool, and it can create some hesitation because of all the features. And so Dawn exposed us to this tool called Padlet. And the nice thing is, and normally if someone said, I don't want to use Mural, my default would be to go to a Google Doc. And sometimes you can't even use Google because some organizations cannot use Google products, which eliminates Jamboard as well. So this is a Padlet, and I've been playing with it for all of 2 minutes, and I can say it's pretty easy to use. It took me about 30 seconds to sign up. It was free, and I can click this plus, and it'll add a box. And I like that it just adds things into this column format. Or I can also double click and do the same thing, test note, and then maybe I want to write something, my idea here, and now maybe I want to I can upload documents. Look, you can even snap a photo. I couldn't quite get this to work, but in theory I could snap a photo of myself and add it to the board. I'm so glad that that worked. Let's see what it looks like. So that's awesome. Now you can create group photos as well. Now it structures the board. Play with this. There's lots of different formats you can play with, but check it out. You can modify it. You can add permissions. You can add attribution. So if I wanted to see who wrote what, you can add the ability to create comments. You can do reactions to things. You got to play with this tool and see. You can also always make sure to click save. You can also you can change the background of your Padlet as well. So there's a way to do a corkboard background. That's what Dawn was showing us as well. I wonder if I can find how to do that. Wallpaper. Okay, go to wallpaper and textures. Awesome. Look, I can make the whole thing a corkboard. How cool is that? So you may want to play with this tool as a Mural alternative and see what you find out. This may be a really cool way to engage your groups. And then I wonder if the only thing I can't figure out right now is how to easily move something, cluster an idea together. That one isn't quite as clear, but you can make columns of information, which may replace clustering. So check out this tool. We think it's pretty special. The other thing I promised to do was to share some in-person facilitation tips. These are from Elise Yanker, who I was speaking with yesterday, and a couple of facilitators and I were talking about doing in-person gigs. Some clients are requesting in-person, and if you feel comfortable doing that, that is, of course, your choice. That is up to you. And so here's what Elise shared, and I thought that these were really genius tips. So the first thing is everybody gets their own flip chart, their own markers, their own post-it notes. Everyone has their own materials. She set up the room, big room, high ceilings, limited number of people, fewer than 15 or even fewer than that. Everyone sits 6 feet apart in a semicircle with the facilitator in front. So that's something you could do. Of course, take people's temperatures. see if there's spaces that can have filtered air, and then of course avoid buffets at all costs. Those are just some tips. If you have other ideas for how to do in-person safely, please add a comment about that. I think, you really have to be careful of the group, and you have to be careful too that not everyone's going to feel comfortable with this. And so if you're sitting in a room trying to facilitate and people are worried about their safety, that's violating the foundation of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And so you may not really be able to get a whole lot done with that group in person. You may want to tell that to your clients who are insisting on it. Just, if they're trying to accomplish something and everyone's feeling unsafe, probably not going to be able to do very much. The other thing that Elise did, and this was what I meant to tell you, was she had everybody write on their own flip chart at the beginning of the workshop how they felt about COVID, if they've been exposed to anybody that's had it, and what they would like to request of the group to ensure that they feel safe, and to share that in the very beginning. I thought that was genius, gets it. The backpack's unpacked right in the beginning. So if you are going to do an in-person, take that time up front to have everybody express how they feel about it, what their exposure is, and what they feel like they need in order to feel safe. I hope this was helpful, and hope to see you at Coffee Chats. They are posted for January, and many of you know this, but the Coffee Chats now are posted on Eventbrite, so we have an automatic wait list that will be enabled, and we are adding a fee, $15 fee, cost of coffee and a really good breakfast sandwich. And that fee is helping us ensure participation, as well as to help cover our cost for using our programs and our marketing fees as well. So thank you for contributing. We're going to keep these going in the new year, and look forward to seeing you soon. Hope you enjoyed this video.